Hi, our presentation topic is agency costs in the context of the University of Waikato. Before beginning, let me introduce my group members. They are Freya, Gloria, and Francis. I'm Julia. First of all, I'll give an introduction about the whole presentation, which is based on the diagram. In the diagram, we will come down to agency relationship, agency problem, agency theory, agency cost, and tunnel effect. The relationship between principals and agents is called the agency relationship. Principals employ agents to present their interest to conduct a transaction. During the transaction, agents may consider their own benefits and ignore principals' profit. This conflict is called agency problems. So agency theory is used to solve the relationship problems between principals and agents. With appearance of interest conflict, agency cost comes out. Agency cost can be divided into direct agency cost and indirect agency cost. Indirect agency cost can be occurred when principals lost valuable investing opportunities because of incorrect management of managers. One of direct costs is that companies expenditure which is benefit for managers and money loss for principal. Another direct cost is that principal need to spend money on monitoring and managing the behavior of managers. Tunnel effect, simply speaking, can be known as large shareholders infringing the interests of minor shareholders in subtle manners. Next, let Freya talk next part.
Hi, this is Freya. Now let's move to the next part. Well, this is about the principal agency cost associated with University of Waikato. On March 23, 2007, the direction senior management of University of Waikato made an announcement of a proposal during a lunchtime concert. Due to the fewer students enrolled in some specific subjects in humanities, some senior members of the management of the Tertiary Education Commission proposed to have a comprehensive degree of the Bachelor of Arts and Social Science. However, staff of the university opposed the proposal since the combination of the subjects tend to cut 17 jobs in humanities and that will hurt the university, especially future students. In this case, indirect principal agency cost occurs between the tertiary education unit and the university staff. The principal of the university, like the Tertiary Education Commission, wish to comprehend the subjects to reduce unnecessary waste of resources, such as classrooms, equipment, and faculty, and those resources could take advantage of other popular faculties. Meanwhile, the comprehensive of subjects will turn out badly for the future students and the staff of university will lose job. If the staff of university refuse to accept the proposal, then the university council may lose valuable opportunities. And next is about the principal agency cost, the direct agency cost associated with University of Waikato. On April 2007, staff of University of Waikato received conflicting messages said that the university's budgets need to be more transparency. The school's yearly budget was given by the Tertiary Education Commission, and that budget was broken down into students in different funding categories, respectively. However, the information has been scarce about the management plans of the university, since there are a decreasing number of students over the past few years. Schools proposed cut in budget of staff and other teaching ingredients. The aim of the school is supposed to be enhancing the quality of teaching, but those kind of strategy does not seem fair enough. In this case, direct principal agency cost occurs. The university proposed to enhance them, like the Tertiary Education Commission proposed to enhance the monitoring system of the financial allocation of the university. There are more expense costs every year if the commission takes more responsibility to transparent and monitoring the university managers. Thanks.
Hi, this is Gloria. The principal agency cost. Conflicts of interest arise when the majority of shareholders abuse their ownership control to reap private benefits of control. Principal conflicts have traditionally been studied in the context of developing countries. However, we argue that the more severe the principal conflict, the larger the cost of installing good governance, and the more reluctant majority shareholders will be introduced. The indirect agency costs, the lack of congruence. According to the news report on 24 May 2018, the National Tertiary Education spokesperson Paula Bennett made a statement that the financial support by government have not been increased for the next few years. Government funding was being wasted on some failed policy to lift participation in tertiary education in New Zealand. However, a new report by Education New Zealand says that the research done by both international and domestic students are quite helpful to boost New Zealand and university international rankings by raising the average New Zealand academic literature quoted rate. There is no possibility to getting more talent students into tertiary education in New Zealand if there are not enough funded to provide quality education in keeping with international standards. There is a principal indirect cost between the government and the national tertiary education. The government are funding the money in the wrong way, and it is decreasing the quality of the tertiary education in New Zealand, while the tertiary institutions like the University of Waikato are trying to recruit as many good students as they can to improve the academic ranking worldwide. Billions of dollars are wasted due to the principal indirect agency costs between them.
Hello everyone, I'm Francis. Agency cost can happen because of inherent conflicts of interest in the relationship, lack of congruence, and the monitoring cost. This presentation reviewed the three agency costs based on three cases. Tertiary Education Union proposed to reduce the unnecessarily waste of resources by merging the unpopular bachelors in our universities. It would reduce students and teachers' welfare. However, if did not merge, the result would be wasted. The cost is inevitable. In this case, decision makers should evaluate the overall welfare in the long term rather than the minority's short-term interests. Different departments within the university should collaborate and compromise towards a common goal. After all, partial sacrifice could bring positive aspects for the overall interests. Transparentizing the university's budget would arise extra costs like the auditing expenses, so the principal agency cost occurs. In this case, transparentizing the budget will enhance the monitoring and avoid the expropriation of universities' capitalization by insiders. It can prevent the presence of tunneling effects when the portion is crowding others' interests. Due to improper government fiscal appropriation, the tertiary education is still suffering from the insufficient financial support. The funds of education have been expropriated by other agencies when they are pursuing different goals. The tunneling effect exists when the other principals try to over-influence the Ministry of Education. All of them have a bit of ownership of university, but still asset tunneling happened. If Ministry of Education value the academic achievements they have already achieved, they should strive for more budgetary allocation for education to guarantee the achievement. As we can see from those three cases, agency costs can happen within the university, among the government agencies, or between the government and the university. Unfortunately, as long as the inherent conflicts of interest exist, the agency cost might happen and the cost consequence followed with it. Thanks for your attention. That's all.